Here's a demonstration of computer vision and object detection for our project. Our project is the semi-autonomous Earth rover. This was one of the components of our project. We used a camera on the rover, and the goal was to, in live time, take a video and perform object detection based on what the camera sees and to avoid any obstacles, mainly trees, but anything else it might come into contact with in a field. So in order to do this, I had to train my own HAR cascade, and most of the training data involved trees and some shrubs, but there's also walls and any other obstacles it may come into contact with, but trees was the main testing. So here's an example of what it looks like. So as we can see, the camera successfully detects, this bush here. It has the trunk here and some of the upper stem of it, and it also picks up some of the smaller shrub off to the side. Another example, it picks up the tree here, the tree up there, more of the trunks here and some of the leaves off to the side. Here's another one. It detects this tree really well. It detects both of these trees here. There are some instances where there has false positives and some misses. As we can see here, it detects this. It fails to detect right here, but it detects the trees back here and leaves a path open. It detects these trees here off to the side. It detects these well, and it leaves an open path. It does detect sometimes a little high, but as long as there's detection, then it's successful. Another example here on campus by the bookstore. It detects this tree really well. A couple more high examples up here with the branches coming off. Detects this tree and an obstacle back here. And it also detects the bike rack, which is an obstacle that it may need to avoid, and it leaves an open path here off to the sides so it can have free range. Another one, here's a little path going off and bending around. It detects a little log off to some roots off to the left, and it detects the tree trunk multiple times right here to the right, and then more in the back, some of the leaves and foliage, but it leaves a clear path and well detected. Another demonstration on campus gets the tree here to the right, tree to the left, tree in the back. Here's an example of a false positive, but successful nonetheless because the wall is also an object to be detected. But it mistakens the bush and the wall a little bit. But once again, open path, open area for it to roam. More examples, gets the trees, gets some of the walls to detect, but another obstacle that it avoids, gets the tree back here, a little bit of the leaves up here. This is kind of useless data, but it's still successful detection. Another angle, it gets the wall a little bit in the back, wall here off to the side, wall in the back again, but gets the trees really well. Once again, gets this tree trunk very well. Another false positive, mistakens the traffic light, but obstacle detection nonetheless. And then back here it gets this tree and these leaves, but useless data. Another example with the path, line of trees. It gets all these off to the side, is able to detect it, but also leaves an open path for the rover to easily drive through. And then another good example, gets the trees, gets these shrubs down here on the bottom, a little bit of this light post that it could run into, building in the back, some more trees, but leaves an open path. And then once again, another row of trees, gets them all off to the side, gets the tree trunks, a little bit high data, but still detects it, and then an open path. And that's a demonstration of the computer vision.